السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
الحمد لله الواحد الأحد الفرد الصمد الذي لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدًا عبده ورسوله اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على حبيبنا وشفيعنا وقدوتنا محمد بن عبد الله وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن والاه فيا عباد الله أوصيكم ونفسي بتقوى الله يقول الله تعالى في كتابه الكريم بعد أن نستعيذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون وقال أيضا واتقوا الله واعلموا أن الله مع المتقين ومن يتق الله يجعل له من أمره يسرا. Dear brothers and sisters in Islam, as we know that Ramadan, Shahr al-Ta'at, the month of obedience, Shahr al-Hasanat, the month of Lord. It's turned off already, the speaker. Look at Shahr al-Ibadat, Shahr al-Mu'asat, and many things. And we want to do a lot of things, but I would like to focus to three things. That's very important, don't miss it. And it's this book, and many scholars mention about these three things in Ramadan. And what is the three things? In Arabic, called al-ikhlas, was-sabr, wal-infaq fi sabilillah. Sincerity, patience, and spend your wealth in the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The first one is al-ikhlas, sincerity. No prophet was sent from Adam until Muhammad SAW, unless Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asked him to do the same thing. وَمَا أُمِرُوا إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُوا اللَّهَ مُخْلِصِينَ لَهُ الدِّينَ. I not command them except to worship Allah with sincerity. And fasting is madrasa, is school to exercise the ikhlas. Because the hadith said, Kull ibn Adam lah. All the action, the deed of Ibn Adam is for him. Illa siyam, except fasting is for me. And I'm going to reward you. Why for me? He said, salat for you, hajj for you, fasting for me. Because fasting is special. So therefore, even the reward of fasting, the angel didn't know. I ask a question. You know, if you give sadaqah 1, Allah give it 10. You pray jama'ah, you get 27. If you fast one day, how much do you get? You know, even the angel does. You will see it when you are with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's special because this is because also nobody knows that if you are fasting or not. Even your wife. Right? You could, your wife, nobody at home, you can drink. But you not do that because you were only for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Do you know why that lady, President woman lady, Allah forgive her sin? Because she gave what? Water to the dog. Because she was sincere. When she gave that water to the dog because she was ikhlas, sincere, then Allah forgive her sin. Yeah? So ikhlas is the capital of our ibadah and our good deed. Right? So therefore sometimes, you know, in the hadith said, some people sometimes think this is min Ahlul Jannah. These people from people of Jannah. But it was opposite. When you think these people, you know, one day Rasulullah was sitting down. A man passed by with wearing very, you know, nice clothes. They said, what do you think? Sahaba said, oh man, this man, if he engaged, everybody want to give, you know, their daughter to him. If he talk, everybody listen to him. And then another one man passed by again, poor man. I said, what do you think? Oh man, this man, if you ask anyone, no one want to give, you know, his daughter to him. If he talk, nobody listen to him. He's poor. Rasulullah said the second one in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, better than the first one, like the far between the earth and the heaven. SubhanAllah. Because of the ikhlas. Yeah. Also, ikhlas means you following the sunnah of Muhammad sallallahu. Right? In the Quran said, "Qul in kuntum tuhibbuna Allah fattabi'uni." If you really love Allah, said, follow my way. If you follow Allah, if you follow Muhammad sunnah, his way, yuhibbukumullah, Allah will love you. Allah. Not only that, وَيَغْفِرْ لَكُمْ ذُنُوبَكُمْ, and Allah will forgive your sin. So therefore, the easy way, always you try to find out, I want to follow Sunnah. How did Rasulullah sleep? Right? Oh, before sleep he make wudu and he read this. How he eat? Oh, for example, I want to know what Rasulullah did in Ramadan. In daytime, nighttime. By doing that, if you're not perfect, yuhibbukumullah. Allah will love you. Because you are sincere. You need to follow Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So therefore, when we are sincere with Allah, with His Messenger, automatically you will sincere with your parent, your wife, your children, right? And this is there is a story about a man, he heard that people worshiping the tree. So he got angry, he took a sword and he walked. And then the Iblis came in the form of human being, this old man. He said, where are you going? This is shirk. I'm going to cut the tree. He said, leave them alone, man. It's not your business. So he tried to stop him and they fought. So this man defeated the old man. The old man said, no, okay. So don't go there, I promise. Every time you wake up, you will see under your pillow 2 dinar. I said, okay. So he back. Woke up, he found 2 dinar. Second day, 2 dinar. The third day, he woke up, no dinar. Oh, this man cheated me. So he took the sword and going to destroy the tree. And this Iblis came again in the form of human being. And he said, where are you going? I'm going to destroy the tree. No, you cannot do that. So they fought, but the odd man defeated him. I said, how this happened? He said, because in the first time, you went there, sincere, ikhlas, for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But now, you return for this 2 dinar, will not accept it. Yeah? That's ikhlas. Number 2, I would like to focus also in Ramadan, as-sabr, to train to be patient. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Quran mentioned many times and instruct us. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu ista'inu bis-sabri was-salah. Or you believe, seek Allah help with patience and salat. Innama yuwaffa as-sabiruna ajrum bighayri hisab. Those who patient, their judgment will enter Jannah without hisab. Right? How Islam reach America, Indonesia, India, Pakistan, around the world? Because of what? Because of the patience of Muhammad sallallahu and his companion. Yeah? And also very interesting, in the middle of Allah talking about Ramadan, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned this very short sentence. Hunna libasun lakum wa antum libasun lahun. He said, your wife like a garment for you, and you like a garment for your wife. Why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned about family, husband, wife, in the middle of Ramadan? Some ulama said, look, if you're always fighting before Ramadan, you always have dispute with your wife, this is the time to make peace. Because if Ramadan, you still have this kind of trouble, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, you're going to destroy the Ramadan. Right? Hunna libasun lakum. There is a British columnist. She became Muslim because of this ayah. Allah said, your wife like a garment for you, and you like a garment for your wife. That means both have equal status, in sharing the responsibility, of marriage. What's the function of clothes? To cover up. That means husband has to cover up the shortcoming of his wife. The same with the wife. Because no one perfect. So therefore the word mawaddah, what mawaddah mean? Mawaddah mean when you marry, before marry you have to have a lot of expectation, right? Especially men. Men sometimes before marry, the thing marry like Indian movie. You come home, your wife dancing. So what happened if you don't find what that you expected? Mawaddah, you accept as she is. Before marriage, you didn't think that he talk a lot. After marriage, oh man, what do you have to do? Mawaddah. Don't look at what she talk a lot. Look at the other thing. That will be positive. And also, clothes is wiqaya, is protection, to protect you. So the husband had to protect, her dignity, her honor. The same with the wife. Another function of clothes, what? Al-jamal, beautification. The husband have to try as best as they can to show his beauty, spiritually and physically, for his wife. The same with the wife. Yeah. And also, there is 3 levels of patience. The first one, patient in obedience to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There's the reward 900. Second one, patient in abstaining from everything that's haram. There's 600. And then patient when the calamity happened to you. There's 300. Why patient when you're facing with calamities and sickness, difficulties, very low? Because no choice, right? If you are sick, you have choice. You patient or patient, you still sick. Or for example, you receive a text message that your father passed away, your mother passed away. You have choice? No. Patient or patient, she died. But the first one, obedient to Allah, you have choice. Tonight, you can stay home, you can watch on TV, or you come for Tarawih. This is your choice. So therefore it was high, because you are still struggling. Right? Or you open your WhatsApp, you open your cell phone, you look and check your WhatsApp, you can Facebook, everything you spend all time, or you open what? The Holy Quran. So therefore is patience for that is very high. Yeah? So this is the Ramadan, trying to be patient with your family, your relative, and patient also abstaining. And also if calamity happened to you, right? And the last one is al-infaq fi sabilillah. Spend your wealth in the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right? Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he was very generous all the time, especially in Ramadan. Rasulullah never said no to anybody. You know, one time this lady, she was sewing something for Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, like a cloth, a garment, for 1 month. And she gave to him. And Rasulullah wear it. One Sahaba said, Allah, that's beautiful. Rasulullah said, you like it? Yeah. And he gave to him. And the other Sahaba said, man, you are too much. Right? No, this is, he said, for my kafan when my wife died. Yeah. And also, what's the goal of fasting? لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ. La'alla means perhaps. In Arabic, there's 2 words to say hoping, possibility, perhaps, la'alla and asa. La'alla, it is possible, perhaps, but we need to struggle to get it. That's the word la'alla. So in order to to get a title after Ramadan, you become muttaqin, that's not easy. So therefore, not everybody who fasting, he deserves to have this title. Because it depends how you struggle during Ramadan, how you're patient and so on and so on. Yeah? And always, in the Quran, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talk about who are the muttaqin, Allah mentioned in 50 ayah in the Quran. Right? But always there's one sign is there. What's that? The muttaqin is very generous. Look at Surah Al-Baqarah. Hudan lil muttaqin. This book, guidance for muttaqin. What's the sign? Alladhina yu'minuna bil ghaib. Those who believe in unseen. Wa yuqimuna as-salah. And establish salat. What's after that? Wa mimma razaqnahum yunfiqun. Whatever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala provide them, they always share with the other. Now look at Surah Al-Imran. Right? U'iddat lil muttaqin. That Jannah has been prepared for muttaqin. What's the first quality? Alladhina yunfiquna fis sarra'i wad dharra. The one who will spend, like to give, whether when they have or not. That means he cares about the others. And others, ayah. Even when Allah praising Abu Bakr in the Quran, وَسَيُجَنَّبُهَا الْأَتْقَى. Allah will keep away, far away from atqa, the most taqwa. Ulama said this ayah was revealed to Abu Bakr. Right? What's after next ayah? What's the first quality Allah praising? Alladhi yu'ti malahu yatazakka. Allah. The first quality Abu Bakr give to Allah SWT because he liked to give, to provide. Yeah? And also by spending, by giving zakat, sadaqah, donation, they will clean up your income. Yutahhiruhum. Right? And also, you know, the reward of salat, of hajj, only reward, Allah delay until you die, you will see it. Only the reward of what? Of sadaqah. right? It's automatically here. In Hadith Sahih, a man was walking, and then he heard a voice. Iski hadiqata fulan. He said, send rain to the garden or the farm of such and such. Mention the name there. Imagine you are in the desert, suddenly you hear the voice. Pour water to that garden. You were scared. And then he found cloudy. He follow. And then heavy rain was fall down to that farm. So he approached that man. The man was there. He tried to bring all the water. He said, are you Abdullah? Such man Abdullah. Called, yeah. He said, how do you know? He said, your name was mentioned in the sky. What did you do? And he said, because you mentioned my name, every time I get harvest, I divided my harvest into 3. One is, I use it as consume. And the second, I use for the next one. And the third one, I give the sadaqah. Subhanallah. Yeah. So for that reason, dear brothers, alhamdulillah, Allah bless us with this masjid. This masjid come from dream. Right? We never expected that. One day we're going to have this masjid. But because of your generosity, because of your effort, right, we have, alhamdulillah. This only not proud as we as Muslim, but also, mashallah, when we have a guest, non-Muslim, when they come to this, they are also proud to have this masjid. And also, many of us might be in 20, 30 years, you won't be here, right? And our children will continue, right? Like J.F. Kennedy said, don't ask what America can do for you, but ask what you can do for America. So the same. Don't ask what masjid can do for you, but ask what I can do for masjid. Alhamdulillah, we have many people who are sacrificed for this. We have board. This is a volunteer. We have many people. So you always, as Muslim, ask question. What is my part? What's my role? Right? Because everything you spend for the masjid is to become investment for the next life. وَنَكْتُ مَا قَدَّمُوا وَآثَرُوا مِنْ قُرَاسِدٍ. I record everything you spend, what you give, and what you left behind. أقول قولي هذا وأتوب ولكم أدعو الله وأنتم موقنون بالإجابة إن شاء الله. Alhamdulillah hamdan yuafi ni'amahu wa yukafi mazida ya Rabbana lakal hamdu kama yanbaghi li jalali wajhika wa azimi sultanik. Inna Allah malaikatahu yusalluna 'alan nabi ya ayyuhalladhina amanu sallu 'alaihi wa sallimu taslima. Allahumma salli wa sallim wa barik alayhi. So dear brothers, there are 3 lessons that you need to focus in this month of Ramadan. Number 1, make sure that everything you do is for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because some people, alhamdulillah, I khatam Quran and post it in Facebook. Right? I break away and do the pictures. And they lost everything. Second one, patience. Yeah, try to control your emotion during Ramadan, especially at home. Right? And the last one, don't forget, to be generous in this month. So imagine, for example, that what you give, can you give sadaqah for 83 years? You cannot. So therefore, when you come to masjid, even $1. I saw a brother, mashallah, he passed away. But you always come to masjid, he put his thing. Imagine maybe at that moment is the Laylatul Qadr. Like he spent sadaqah for 83 years. Right? And so therefore, don't forget, inshallah, tomorrow we have a program, fundraising for MAPS. So please join, inshallah. And not only join, you encourage. In the hadith said, Man dala al khairi ka fa'ilhi. If you show people, guide people to do something good, you will get all the same reward. And the last one, inshallah, please make dua for brother of Sister Sarah. Sister Sarah, part of the board here. And also this, Brother Abdul Salam sent me a message that somebody in critical condition. Right? اللهم يا رب الناس رب الباس اشفي أنت في شفاء لا يغادر سقما. اللهم ارزقهم صحة وعافية في الدين والدنيا والآخرة. اللهم اجعل خير أمرنا آخره وخير أمرنا خواتمه وخير أيامنا يوم نلقاك في إنك على كل شيء قدير. اللهم اغفر للمؤمنين والمؤمنات والمسلمين والمسلمات الأحياء منهم والأموات إنك سميع الدعوات يا مجيب الحاجات. اللهم تقبل منا صيامنا وقيامنا وزكاتنا وصدقاتنا وجميع أعمالنا يا رب العالمين. اللهم اجعل من الفائزين بليلة القدر. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. عباد الله إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. اذكركم وأقيموا الصلاة.
الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح. قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة. الله أكبر الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله.
استووا. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. آمين. ولنذيقنهم من العذاب الأدنى دون العذاب الأكبر لعلهم يرجعون. ومن أظلم ممن ذكر بآيات ربه ثم أعرض عنها إنا من المجرمين منتقمون. ولقد آتينا موسى الكتاب فلا تكن في مرية من لقائه وجعلناه هدى لبني إسرائيل. وجعلنا منهم أئمة يهدون بأمرنا لما صبروا وكانوا بآياتنا يوقنون. إن ربك هو يفصل بينهم يوم القيامة فيما كانوا فيه يختلفون. الله. سمع الله. الله.
الله أكبر. الله.
الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. أولم يهد لهم كم أهلكنا من قبلهم من القرون يمشون في مساكنهم إن في ذلك لآيات أفلا يسمعون. أولم يروا أنا نسوق الماء إلى الأرض الجرز فنخرج به زرعا تأكل منه أنعامهم وأنفسهم أفلا يبصرون. ويقولون متى هذا الفتح إن كنتم صادقين قل يوم الفتح لا ينفع الذين كفروا إيمانهم ولا هم ينذرون فأعرض عنهم وانتظر إنهم منتظرون. الله سمع الله الله
Allah. Allah. Allah Akbar. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
Assalamu alaikum. I have two announcements. Tomorrow, Saturday at 4 p.m. is our annual banquet. This is the time that we explain to you what we have done collectively as a community over the 12 months and what the next 12 months is going to look like. It has been a very difficult 12 months for all of us because of the pandemic. It's structured as a different program with lots of different community members that are participating in it. Please join at 4 o'clock. You can join live on Facebook, website, or YouTube. This is the primary way that we support ourselves. So in order for us to continue the work as a community, serving ourselves and the society that we are part of, please join tomorrow. Second, for Taraweeh, inshallah, we have increased the capacity. If you went there early on and you couldn't find space, you will notice that there is more space available. Please reserve and join, inshallah, and participate in the prayers. Jazakallah khairan. Assalamu alaikum.